This project I'm going to cut in HTV. I'm not going to design this one. This is one that I got from Design Bundles some time ago as a free one, so I can't share the pattern, but it'll give you a few ideas on how to do other things. So I have it on my desktop as an FCM, just untitled. Okay. Now the canvas that I'm planning on using is 10 by 10. So what I'm going to do is, which is, if I recall, 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters. 250 millimeters though, of course. And I didn't have my maintain aspect ratio on, so I have to change that one as well. Okay, but then don't put the aspect ratio on if you're going to change it. Okay. Okay. So that's what I need it to fit in, and I need to be able to, so I'm just going to move this, Control Z, just going to move the square off for a second and just make this just a bit smaller. And I think that will, so I'm just going to put that at 0 and 0 and 0, X and Y coordinates, so it's right up in the corner. Then I'm going to send that to the back. Okay, now I can pick up this. Maybe what I might do, just first of all, is turn that shape off. You can see I've got a lot of shapes in here. I'm going to have to do a few things with this. So I'm just going to hide the square for a minute. Okay, so let's see what we've got. None of it is grouped. Okay, but I want to put them in different things, so I'm going to group these words together. So I'm going to group that, which is not that one. Just got to find it now. Not that one. That must be this one. No? Okay. What happens when you bring something in with way too many groups. Did I group it? Let me just check that again. Yes, it is grouped. Oh, it's that group there. Okay, I'm just going to label it with it. Okay, now I'm going to go for magic. I want to leave the Christmas out for the minute. In fact, what I might try and do. Okay, that's just taking Christmas. So that is grouped together and it's welded. So the only thing I need to do with that is label it. So I've got it highlighted, so I should be able to find it. There it is. Christmas. Now let me just see if there's some of these little shapes I need to take out, and I do. Whoops. I'm going to have to divide before I do that. So let's highlight Christmas and go into our edit screen and divide. So now I can just remove these extra bits. That one. Oh. It's easy if you didn't do of, did I? So I was just getting a bit carried away there. So let's just take that one out. Now if I go into Christmas, you can see that I've got all those shapes here. Rename that because now it's one piece. There's no extra bits in there. That's just Christmas. Now what I will do is fill the colour. It's my way of checking every time that I have what I need. Okay, I haven't got the eye in there, so I need to and Christmas and group. Group, it's that shape there. Yep. So I just need to fill that. Okay. I'm going to cut the words Christmas and his in glitter vinyl. Excuse me. So I need to find the word his now, and it will be highlighted. Here it is. So what we need to do is highlight that and go back and divide. It's just got the two little pieces in there. That one, oh no, three. That one. And that one. So now I can highlight that and I can fill that. Again, I forgot the eye, so let me just highlight that red. And so I've got Christmas in the dot, I've got his, and I just need to find the other red dot, there it is, and group them. Oh no, not all of that. So I've got the red dot. I'm going to go up and pick up the little. If you hold down the shift key, you have a lot more success, that's all I can say. Now holding down the shift key, I'm going to click on shape, control key, sorry, not shift key because they're separate. And I'm going to click on his, and I'm going to group that. Okay, so we're going to call that his. We're going to call this one Christmas. Now, just collapse those because we don't need, those two are sorted out, we don't need to worry about them. Now I want to do the magic of, so let's just see where all these shapes are. It's a full stop. And since we've got uppercase letters, I guess we need a full stop. So, what's this? That's that. That's the star. I'm going to call that the star. I'm just not 100% sure yet what colour I'm going to do that one in. Now, what have we got? This is all presents. So, I'm going to ungroup all these little things here. I'll colour the star so I can see that. If I colour as I go, I will know which pieces I've already checked. Okay, so let's ungroup that, ungroup that, ungroup that. There's a lot of groups in here. Well, we could probably work with this one. Let's start with presents. Now, I'm going to group it, and I'm going to go to my edit menu and divide. And I'm just going to have to make that just a little bit bigger to see what I've got to pull out. I should have done the divide before I did. Let me just go back. Okay, divide. That seems to be alright, that one, so I'm just going to group it. To make 100% sure it's alright, I will just colour it. I'm going to colour all these, I'm going to cut in one colour, green. Nope, it does need to be divided, so let's go into divide. And then if we go into that group, we can see the shapes that we need to delete. We want to leave the full stop. Looks like I've lost the E altogether then. Oh, that is most weird. So I've got 3 E's and they're just the E's, there's no other shape. Let's just go back to where we were. Just got to do things slowly. Now I'm going to get presents. I'm going to group it. No, the E's. It's because I don't have the shapes in there. So I'm just going to put the shapes in there. Just a matter of going along and making sure I've got all the shapes. That one and that one. Okay. Now if I select this group, go to there and press divide, I can delete those little ones. Let's go back into the layer. Delete that one and one more. So now I should be able to colour that green. Oh, I forgot to take the P one out. There we go. So I know that's okay because I can see it all. Now I've grouped that. I haven't grouped it. I'm going to group that. I'm going to call it presents. Okay, and then I can collapse that because it's got everything I want. Now for the minute, to make this a bit easier with what I'm going to do, I'm going to hide the star. I'm going to hide, I've gone too far, Christmas, there we go, his and Christmas. Just makes it, if you go back out, makes it a bit easier to work on what I'm going to work on. So I'm going to highlight all these and I'm going to group them. Now, just find that group, and here it is here. So what I need to do now is divide. It will divide all the letters, but it also divides all those little bits I want out. So let's just go through these and see what shapes we need. We need that one. We don't need that one. We want that looks like an E, it is. That looks like another E. P. Just a matter of going through and taking out all those little extra shapes. Want that one. That one can come out. What's that one? Oh, that's the dot in the eye. Okay, so I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to group it, and I'm going to colour it green, and yes, I've got everything out I want. Now I'm just going to, now that I've grouped that, I'm going to call it is not. I know what the rest of the phrase will be, and I'm going to collapse it down so I can see it. Okay, let's go with the magic of Christmas. This time before I group it, because I'm getting a bit small here, I'm going to divide it. Okay, so that can go, that can go, that can go, that can go, and that can go. Now I'm going to group it. I'm just going to call that magic. Now, just again to make sure that I pulled out all the extra bits, I'm going to colour it green. Okay, now collapse that group down. The magic, the holding shift key is not, and the presents, I want to group those three together because they're all going to be cut in one colour. So I'm going to put main colour so that I know that all of those are together. Now his, I'll turn these on now so we can see them. His and Christmas I'm going to group together, and I'm going to call that glitter. And collapse that down. You can see how it gets easier as you get rid of all these shapes. Now the only two shapes I've got left, let me see what I've got there. Seems like a funny little shape. Let's have a look at it. That's the outline shape. Just going to delete that and see if I need to do something else. Looks alright, it's deleted. Okay. Now, because I want to layer this, I need something on there to help me layer it in the right place. So, what I'm going to do is I basically have two colours, apart from the star, which we will also turn on for a minute. I'm just not sure about the star just yet, so I'll just leave that for a second. But I want to cut, let's just turn this on. I want to cut that first, but I want to be able to lay this in exactly the right place. So what I'm going to do first of all is go to that layer. I'm going to create a square. I think 10 millimeters will be enough. Aspect ratio is not on, so let's turn it on. 10 millimeters. Oh. Okay. I'm going to need a few of these, so I'm going to copy and paste. Okay. So what I need to do with these is lay them in a layer. So I'm going to put that there. And that's the highlighted one, and I'm going to put that in the main colour. Now I'm going to take another one and put it in exactly the same place. I just need to go in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing here, so that they're on top of one another. How's that? I've just got to see which one I've got picked now. I think that's the one in the main colour category. Yes, so that's the one I want to stay. So now I've got to find the other one I've got there. Depends on which one I took. There we go. That's the one I took. So I'm going to go back into the edit screen, and I am just going to very carefully line it up on top of the other one. I think I still need to take it up a bit. Okay, now this one needs to go into the glitter. So I'm just going to send those out, and what I'm going to do is, I didn't go in, yes, did go in the glitter, so I've got the glitter one. Holding down the control key, I'm going to select that one and just check the position. It's 100.3, 79.1, and this one is 100.3 and 79.1. So they now are both in exactly the same place, but they're on two different cut lines. So that's fine with that one. Now, what I might do to make the next one a bit easier, another way to do it, it's always more than one way, is I'm going to take two of these, I'm going to center them vertically and horizontally, and I'm going to put the two of them together, I think about there will be sufficient for me to work it out. Now, what I'm going to do then, I've got the two highlighted here, I know it's the top two, so I'm going to take one and put it in the glitter shape, and one and put it in the main colour shape. So, let me just turn this off and show you what I've done. Sorry, I turned it off and on at the same time. When I cut the glitter out, I'm going to have those two little boxes there to help me align it. When I cut, sorry, that was the main colour. When I cut the glitter one, I've labelled them wrong. That will really make my day a mess, won't it? So I'm just going to call that main colour, and I'm going to go up to this one. That's the main colour. I turn the main colour off. This must be the glitter. Oh, it is glitter. I was right the first time. I don't know why you... Do you ever get to that stage where you just distrust what you've done yourself? Okay. So when I cut the main colour, I will have the box, and when I cut the glitter, I will also have the box, and that means I can lay it in exactly the right place. Now, if necessary, you can cut several of those boxes and lay them around. Now as I'm thinking, it's going to collapse these a little bit. As I'm thinking of doing the star in another colour, I'm just going to take two more of these little squares and align them in the centre and in the middle so they're both in the same place. I'm going to go back and turn the star on, and I'm going to place this over here as the top two again. So I'm going to put one in the main colour because that will be the easiest one to line it up with, and I'm going to take the star and the other shape. Oops, I held down the shift key. Hold down the control key and group that, and I'm going to call that star. So I will now have one with a star that I can line up as well. Now you can put as many of these little boxes on as you want to help you line it up. It's entirely up to you. I think for my purpose that will be enough. So I'm just going to delete these extra ones over here because it won't go to the machine while I've got it. So what I've ended up with are just oh, I didn't put that. Wait, where haven't I put that? That's supposed to be in the main colour. I thought I put it in the main colour. No, I didn't. Let's put in the main colour, and the star should have the other one, and it does. So this is our overall shape. Okay, so I've got the star with the star and one little box. I've got the main collar with one of each of those alignment boxes and just the green. I've got the glitter with just two of the boxes, so one there and one there, and His and Christmas. And I've got the overall box over all of it. Now, as I'm cutting this in HTV, I think what I will do first of all is group them all together and call it HTV. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is because I want to centre this and make sure it fits in. So I'm going to centre it and vertically and horizontally. I think I'm happy with that. I don't think I want it any bigger. That's as big as the canvas is, so I think that will be fine. So now, because this is a HTV, I need to flip it. I'm sure we've all forgotten to flip it. This large outside box can become our weeding box, but I'm going to, because there's a fair bit involved in this, I'm going to put some extra lines in. Just need to take that one a little more over. This just makes it a little bit easier to weed. Now I have to take this below the box because it's got to be included with that line. Just move that one down a little bit. What I'm going to do is go into my labels again and turn off my glitter and my star. So I'm just working with this one. Now, and I want to include both those little squares. I'm going to just make life a little bit easier. Oops, that's gone right through the eye, so I'm just going to do that. And I think I'm going a bit closer because I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is hold down the and the shift key, the bottom. Sorry, I'm going to hold the shift key first. I'm going to group those together and I'm going to call them weed lines. So those weed lines can now go in with the main colour. Okay, so I'm going to turn off main colour. Oops, it's gone in separately. Let me just put it into there. Okay, now it's in there. So if I turn that off, I can send that to the printer all in one go. Oh, let's do another one around here. Okay, so I want to put this in the right place. So I'm just going to do that and pick this one up and put it in the weed lines. Okay, so they're all in the weed lines now. If I want to double check, I can just turn everything else off and leave the weed lines on. They're all in there. Okay, so let's collapse that, and so that will be the main colour cutting. Let's do the glitter cutting. This one's going to be a little bit easier, but looks the wrong sort of line. Okay, I need this line. Okay. Okay, now I just need to add these two. I'm just going to group them together again. I'm going to call them Shift key, click to click group, weed lines, and I'm going to move that into the glitter group. Okay, so let's turn everything on and turn them off one at a time to make sure we've got it right. Okay, so if I want to cut the star, I would turn that off and the outside one off. Now the star needs a box around it, so let's just put a little box around it. Okay, so I'm just going to move that into star. Okay, so let's start again. Okay, so the star has got its box around and that will cut that. The main colour is just all the green and the extra little boxes to help us place everything, and I think I'm going to need another little box there, so we'll go back to that in a minute. Sorry, turn off that and turn on the glitter. The glitter's all okay, but that also is going to need another box in it. So what I'm going to do is click on one of these boxes. So let's go with the glitter. And I'm just going to bring that one over here. And I'm going to, whoops. Yes, well. Let's take it down here where I can copy and align them. And get them off away from everything else so I can align them. Oh, it still wants to pick up everything. It's because it's all in a group. It's just if we turn off group but leave these two on. Okay, now I can do what I wanted. Oh, yes, right. She says optimistically, you know what? The easiest thing's going to be to take them out of the group. Oh, now where's that shape come from? I've just moved to shape, I shouldn't have, so I'm going to have to fix that momentarily. But I've got these two. I've got these two here. Oh, where are they? That's in the, that one. That's that one. So let's pick this one. Okay, I've got that one. Where's the other one? HDV. That's it there. Just got to work out which shape you're working with. Okay. No, I don't want that one. I want this one and this one. Oh. Okay, aligning center vertically and horizontally. Now, to work out where I need to put it, I'm going to need to turn on the glitter and the main colour, because I want to put it somewhere over here where I can line these two up. So I'm going to move them both and sit them there. Now it's going to become, they're lined up together, so they're going to cut one on each layer. Now we have to put one in each layer. So let's just put down the glitter. Okay, take one of those shapes and drop it in the weed lines for the glitter. No, sorry, not the weed lines, just in the glitter. And then we're going to drop down the main colour and pick up the other one, which is that one, and drop that there. Now all we have to do to make sure that we have it all is, first of all I'm going to collapse them so we can see what we're doing. Okay, let's collapse the main colour. So let's turn off the glitter, and we've got the 4 boxes to help us align. Let's turn on the glitter, and we've got the 3 boxes to help us align. The 4th box. Why did I have a 4th box? This goes to prove you can't remember what you did 5 minutes ago, doesn't it? It's got to be the star. Okay, so if I turn the star off, I've got the box for the star, the box for the word presence, the box there, and the box there. So if I turn off the main colour, I've got 3 to line up to the glitter vinyl, and the star. I haven't added one for the star to the glitter label, and I might just do that. So let's go into the star. So they've both come up in there, so I'm just going to move that up a bit. I'm going to take those 2 shapes and I'm going to centre them horizontally and vertically. And I'm just going to move it around a bit so it's not on the star. I hope all this makes sense, but it's just a matter of helping me to be able to cut things and have guides to help me put everything in the right place. So I'm now just going to take one of those and put them in the glitter vinyl. Okay, let's just double check this again. So with the star, we've got a box. We turn the star off and there's nothing else. We turn on the main colour, it's got one to keep presents in the right place, one for the star, one for his, and one for Christmas. Turn that off. Put the main colour on, star, his, sorry, that's presents, star, his, and magic. Okay, so all of them, oops, we've got one that isn't overlapping, and they desperately need to be overlapping. That's going to be, let's turn off the glitter, it's the one on the star, and the one on the main colour. Not that one, that one. So that one, no, not that one. I had the shift key down again. that one. I'm going to need to take all these 3 shapes out. That's the bigger shape. We'll just turn that off for a minute. Now I've got a shape, that one's alright. That's the one I need to take out. And we've got one in the glitter, which is also there. Okay. So I've got 3 shapes on each layer there. I'm going to shift key, I'm going to highlight the 3 of them. I'm going to go into the edit menu, align in the center and in the middle. The position is okay, so I'm going to go back in the layers. Now, one of these has to go in each component. So this one is going to go in the main color. Main color done. This one is going to go in the glitter. Glitter done. And this one is going to go in the star. Okay, this is why I double check everything I do. So let's just turn it. Okay, so we've got the glitter, which has 4 guidelines. The main color, which has 4 guidelines. And the star, which just has the 1 guideline. But everything else will line up with that. I only need 1 guideline on that because it's only taking up that small area. So it is all ready to send. Now, to send this, what I'm going to do is send one section at a time. So I'll start by sending the main color. So I'm going to turn off everything else. I'm going to leave on the outer rectangle and just the main color. And I'm going to, before I do any of this, I need to turn everything on, highlight it all, and move it within the red lines. Okay, now I'll save it. Save. Into Canvas Files, into Christmas, and it's Christmas Magic. Christmas Magic. Okay. Now I'm going to transfer it in sections. So the first one I'm going to do is the main color. So I'm going to turn off the glitter, I'm going to turn off the star, but just leave the main outline and the main color one. And I'm going to transfer that to my machine. It's telling me the hidden objects are not going to be transferred, which is exactly what I want. Okay, we'll be back when we've cut that.